Hey guys, welcome to today's episode. Today I want to talk to you about real work and pretend work, or work that moves you forward, where you make positive progress, and then work where you're just doing maintenance kind of work. And I think the best way to explain this is to use the analogy of you out in the ocean and you've got two different things you could be doing. You could be treading water or you can be swimming forwards. The danger in treading water is your legs are moving, they're in that egg beater kind of kick. They're moving around and you're getting tired. You feel like you're doing stuff. You feel like you're making progress. And at the end of the day, you're definitely exhausted, but you haven't really gone anywhere. You've stayed in the exact same position. Or you can be swimming forwards and actually making real progress, changing from where you are to where you want to be. Most professionals or knowledge workers, people who work mainly with their mind, spend the vast majority of their time treading water. And they confuse the two. They think they're doing real work when really, most of the time, they're doing pretend work. So to give you some examples of the main culprits with treading water kind of work, it's things that you probably already know about, like answering email. Most of the emails you answer, are they really significant? Are they really major decisions and major matters that are going to move the organization forwards? Or are they mostly petty things, about things that really, in the grand scheme of things, don't matter? So email is an enormous time suck. Most meetings really don't need to take place. And even worse than that is when people spend time and energy putting more work into scheduling the meeting. I know a few people like that who want to schedule meetings with me sometimes, and because they're on a different time zone, we spend more time and energy trying to schedule this meeting, which is a 5-minute call, than doing the actual meeting. So that's an enormous waste of time. That's treading water kind of work. And then you have all the usual chit chat, socializing, politics in the workplace, but that sucks up a whole lot of time. The average employee who works into a busy office space, they're gonna spend at least a quarter of their day doing social chit chat. It could be face to face, it could be by instant messaging, but really in the grand scheme of things, just finding out what your co-workers did on the weekend, is that going to move the organization forwards? Now, of course, some socialization, yes, of course, it's important. I'm not saying everyone should be robots and go straight to their desk and not look up, but it's an enormous time suck. So if an office can be designed in a way where people have less distractions and they can stay focused on the task at hand and what really matters, then that's always a good thing. Now, the worst part of all of this is that when you add all these different forms of treading water, you add them all up, the worst part is task switching from one to the other. And that's what really kills progress for a lot of people, for a lot of companies. When you sit down at your desk and you've got your email inbox open, right? You've got Gmail open, you might have Skype or Slack or whatever instant messaging service you've got, and then you've got people walking by your office and you've got all these different things going on, and you try and focus on one important task, and then you got flashing Skype going off, then you've got your email inbox, a new email just came in. Every time you switch from one task to the next, it's not instantaneous. It's always going to take a lot more time than you realize to switch back into that full, productive, concentrated mode of thinking that's required to get done the truly important jobs, the jobs that are you swimming forwards, that are really going to make real progress in the long run. Now, I got a big reminder of this yesterday. So there's this important job that is the classic example of swimming forwards. This was me working on this really important project. Actually, it's the 10 days for the 10-day challenge. I wanted to rewrite the entire thing. And it's the kind of work where I know if I do it once, if I just take that time to sit down, plan it all out, and then finish doing the content, I'm going to be able to use that for a long time. I might be able to use that for an entire year or longer. So that's highly leveraged work, but I'd been putting it off for a long time. So yesterday I said, okay, I'm going to go to a different office, a different environment, and between these hours, these 3 hours, but this set time, no Wi-Fi, no checking my phone, no distractions, no meetings, no one's going to know I'm there. And I'm going to focus on this task, and I'm just going to write. I'm going to write out all my thoughts for this brand new program. So I did that. So I got an hour into it, and I was just amazed at how much I was getting done compared to when I'm normally sitting in my office and I've got all these things open that I'm telling you not to do, all these distraction devices like Skype, email, social media, all of that stuff. Just 1 hour into this 3-hour period, I thought, this is real work. If I could do this every day, I would be so much further along. And so I do this periodically, but every time I do it, it's a reminder of just the difference between swimming forwards work and treading water kind of work. So here's the action step. I want you to start asking that question to yourself. When you're sitting down to do your work, you're in the middle of a task, ask yourself, is this work me treading water, or is this work me swimming forwards? Most of the time, it's going to be treading water, and you got to change that. If you can spend just 1 hour a day extra compared to what you're already doing, but just 1 extra hour a day on work where you are moving forwards, it will transform your life. It really will. Try it out. That's it for today, and I'll see you tomorrow.